Terrien, President of the World Kobudo Federation. Hey guys, girls, we've been together now for 2 episodes. This is episode 3. And on episode 3, we're finally getting all together again. You have no idea how great that is to know that you're there and that she's there and I'm here. Things are happening. Now in this episode, it keeps getting better, and you'll notice episode 1 had a group of teachers, episode 2 had another group of teachers, same thing on episode 3. Enjoy!
Bonjour à tous, mon nom est Pascal Coulon, je suis français, j'ai 61 ans et je pratique un style de jiu-jitsu qui s'appelle le Goshin System. Je vous présente aujourd'hui une petite vidéo pédagogique, j'espère qu'elle vous plaira, avec 3 niveaux de pratique sur toujours la même attaque, une attaque en ligne qui peut se faire main ouverte ou poing serré, et l'idée c'est d'apporter des réponses et des solutions à ce style d'attaque. Ouais. Ouais. Ok, important sur la technique numéro 1, niveau 1, ok, c'est d'être bien équilibré et surtout de bien juger la distance du partenaire. Ok, et donc au moment où il va rentrer dans l'espace, je vais rentrer dans le sien, qu'on appelle le sen-no-sen, l'action dans l'action. Une fois que j'ai créé le déséquilibre, ça me permet d'ouvrir cette porte, de passer dessous pour forcer le bras, action-réaction, et ça me permet de repartir dans l'autre sens, amener le déséquilibre, et là éventuellement on pourra aller au sol de nous. Technique numéro 2, même constat, bien gérer la distance de l'adversaire, être bien équilibré, l'attaque est la même. Simplement, comme l'attaque est beaucoup plus forte, il va falloir que, au lieu de rentrer, je sorte en gono-sen pour absorber et pour mieux rentrer ensuite. Attaque, gono-sen, sen-no-sen. Taisabaki, je vais bien sur le profil pour éviter les frappes et je viens enchaîner le mouvement derrière. Explication. Premier bloc, l'attaque est toujours la même, c'est une attaque en ligne, point fermé ou main ouverte, qui est destinée à ouvrir sur le buste. Premier bloc, le bloc c'est celui-là. 1. Je viens couvrir avec la main gauche pour rentrer en protection et travailler sur un huracan. Ensuite, ouverture, action-réaction, le bras se plie, ça me permet de rentrer à l'intérieur, protection du visage, pour venir travailler en contrôle. De l'autre côté, 1, 2, 3, 4, Taisabaki, pivot. Important, protection. Je ne cherche même pas à attraper. Au moment où la frappe arrive, je viens juste couper pour cueillir. Et là maintenant, pousse et frappe. j'avais comme outil aujourd'hui et j'ai comme outil aujourd'hui ma fille Alice, qui est donc shodan en Goshin System, donc premier dan. C'est un grand plaisir pour moi de vous la présenter. Alice. On vous donne rendez-vous sur les tatamis en forme une fois que cet épisode Covid-19 sera passé. Mais gardez la forme, prenez soin de vous et à bientôt pour des bons fights sur les tatamis. Au revoir.
International. Welcome to World Kobudo Federation's Online Convention 2020. Unusual situations require unusual solutions. This is our continuation of Punonguro Johan Skalberg's class on double stick Kapka 2 applications. We are going to do that with defense against the knife and also knife against knife. So in this instance, we're going to use the Kapka 2 motion, which is the high and low that Johan has showed with the stick. We're going to do that with knife. But very important here, if you don't train a lot of knife defense when you practice the Kapka number 2 application, it's very dangerous because if the attacker is larger and stronger and faster than the defender, when this attack comes in, this blade can get really, really close to the defender's face. So in order to mitigate that, we will block with the nearest hand and create more distance to the blade, and then do the motion of Kapka 2. So Shannon will step away from the line of danger and pass with Kapka number 2 to the outside and check the elbow. She blocks, passes, and checks just over the elbow to momentarily control my knife hand. The next component that was added was to use the butt end of the weapon. Punonguro Johan Skalberg used sticks, so he used what we call the punyo of the weapon. But because Shannon doesn't have a weapon in her hand, she will use the hammer fist followed by the elbow. It will look like this. She defends, hammer fist, elbows me, and then passes out to the outside to check my arm. So those distractions are used when she's not overpowered on the inside. We'll do that from the other side as well. Blocking, hammer fist, elbow, pass to the outside, and check the arm. And now we're going to add the hammer fist and elbow strikes from the outside position. That is if you have to diminish the energy and move to a safer space before you start to add distractions. And that will look something like this. As you noticed, Shannon elbowed my arm instead of my head because I'm much bigger than her. So she can't necessarily reach with an elbow to my face. So she did that to the arm instead to stun the weapon arm. So have a look at that one more time. And from the other side. Excellent. The last component that was added with the double stick class with Punonguro Johan Skalberg was the disarm. He used the stick to hook the opponent's weapon hand and then pry the opponent's weapon out of his hand. But because Shannon doesn't have a weapon, she can't use a weapon to hook my hand. Instead, she will grab the fleshy part of my thumb and peel my thumb open and get the weapon out of my hand. It will look something like this. And now she's in control of the knife. So the disarm is that you slam down hard on the hand. Basically, I start at the wrist, so I slide down to the hand, because if I start on the hand, I can slide down to the knife. And I don't want to do that with a sharp blade. So I aim for the wrist and I get the thumb. When I turn her hand around, I aim the tip down and I start from my hand and I treat the knife like a red hot object, so I don't want to make sure that I don't touch the sharp edges. Now I'm in control of the blade, and Shannon will show the full sequence. Block, pass, distractions, disarm, and she's in charge of the attacker's weapon. We would also like to share a little bit of the art with you. The art has nothing to do with self-defense because the mindset is to kill, maim, and really use the blade on your opponent. But you will see how these seemingly simple movements can tie in really well, in this case with knife against knife attacks. So in this case, Shannon is the attacker, and I'm going to use all the things that you've learned in these two classes, but I'm going to tie it in with using a knife against my opponent. So in the first part, I start with what we call the heaven grip, or tip up, where the tip of my weapon is pointing upwards. So when Shannon is attacking, I'm still defending myself with the nearest hand, but now when I do the Kobudo, I start by cutting my opponent's face before I use the end of my weapon, or the puño, to pass to the outside so that I can get to a checkpoint. In this case, I'm going to work with the puño to the head and elbow to the face, and then I'm going to hook with my weapon. And I see I use my thumb here to control the wrist, and now I can push and pull, and now I'm in charge of having two blades against my opponent. So this is what the art can give you. So we're going to do that one more time. I use my Kobudo, but I use the weapon to cut or even stab my opponent before I get to the checkpoint. Here I use the puño to hit my opponent, then the elbow, and then I scoop it up, pry it out, cut her arm, and I'm good to go. And from here you can of course use any kind of method that you've trained and practiced to look really cool, training with two knives. And not just with the tip up, but I can also use the tip down, or the earth version of this. So now it's going to be exactly the same motions, but they're going to look slightly differently. So when Shannon attacks, I'm going to block, I'm going to cut her arm tip down, and I'm going to use the blade to pass her arm before I check her. Now that hammer fist is really interesting, followed by an elbow that is actually a cut. And now I can't really hook her, so I'm just...
Japanese Jiu-Jitsu practitioner from Toronto, Canada. I'm just waiting for my training partner, Renchi Tony Richardson. Renchi, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
It's been a couple of months since we've trained.
Absolutely.
Come on, let's get on the tatami and share with the world.
Okay.
But this isn't judo, this is Japanese jiu-jitsu, so I'm going to do it this way. I'm always going to fight for the high grip to take away the headbutt and to take away the left punch. I also want to use my weak hand as a stand. So I've got a high grip, sleeve grip. Notice my stance. This is taking away the opportunity to the run. This also puts me in a really, really good position for many, many throws. The problem here, Randy, you put the head and on your point, you apply force, it gives me the advantage. We'll do that again. That technique is Tai-otoshi, or body drop. As Renchi pushes, what I'm going to do is wait for the push, and I'm going to yield. I'm going to step back with my left foot, create a fulcrum with my right, and now it becomes a hand technique. Everything lower body is correct. I look to the left, and now I pull my attacker over the fulcrum or the right knee. Your pushes. I just demonstrated the Tai-otoshi, and really I finish on my feet. If we get back into our kumikata, or our clinch position, and Renchi happens to be bending forward a little bit more, then it's going to be more difficult for me to apply the same technique as I did last time. But from this position, if he pushes, I can apply a dropping variation. So instead of trying to straighten him up, I just take what he gives me. Again, the art of flexibility, yield. Whatever he gives you, you take and use to your advantage. So from here, his center of mass is slightly lower. As he applies force, I yield and finish. Kezigatami, knee mount, or get up and run away. I'll do it a little bit quicker. And quicker yet. But before you do it quickly, again, do it properly. Make sure your technique is good. It's just as effectively when I'm facing a force. And again, the stronger the force, the easier it is. Again, I'm yielding. As Renchi pushes, Yuke Waza. Another technique would be Yoko Garuma. Renchi pushes. You can finish any way you'd like. Another technique, Sumi Geishi. Another way that Renchi can apply force is by pulling instead of pushing. If we get into Kumi Kata and Renchi pulls, and I try to pull him back, it's a tug of war. He wins, he's bigger and stronger. But look at the position he's in. If I can stay flexible, relaxed, and I take advantage of this opportunity, it's easy for me. All I'm going to do from here is slide forward, okay, take Renchi down, pass the guard, and finish in a Kezigatami. That technique is Ouchigari. So let me do that again. And then we'll practice with shoes. So Renchi pulls. So instead of me resisting and losing the battle, I'm going to yield. So I've got to step forward slightly. And I'm going to take my right leg behind Renchi's left leg. I'm going to drop to my right knee, lean forward, put my shoulder on his chest. I'm also posting his right leg. I'm going to pass, and I'm going to finish in a Kezigatami. Practice Ouchigari with the shoes. And I get into my Japanese jiu-jitsu position, and I take away the opportunity for my partner or my attacker to kick me in the groin. Okay, I'm slightly turned. So let's look at this scenario here. My partner's pulling. So instead of me being pulled forward too much or me resisting too much, we get into a tug of war. As he pulls, I immediately take that opportunity, the art of flexibility, to move forward, bring my right leg behind his left leg, drop to my right knee, put my shoulder into the chest, lean forward, and from here, I'll post his right leg, pass, and I can finish in a Kezigatami. One of my favorites is a technique called Kani Basami. He pulls. Second technique, Tani Otoshi. He pulls. Well, thank you for giving us the opportunity to share, and we're really excited about this virtual convention. And I hope to get to meet you in person one day. But until that time, stay safe and stay healthy. Thank you.
Bonjour, ça va bien? Je me présente, je suis Anne-René Graton. Je suis de l'école Institut du karaté urbain. Donc, je vais vous donner un cours de Nunchaku. Première technique, Nunchaku Waza. On va saisir notre Nunchaku en dessous du bras ici. On va garder un léger snap pour garder vers l'intérieur. Qu'est-ce qu'on va faire? On va frapper vers du haut, aller vers le bas. On va faire un, frappe. Ensuite, on va revenir en arrière de notre triceps et on va rattraper. 1, je suis ici, 1, Je frappe sur le dessus du nez et je reviens en rattrapant. Premier mouvement. Deuxième mouvement. Va vers l'extérieur, on va frapper, on va lever notre bras, on va frapper 1, 2, 3, 4. On rattrape en dessous de l'aisselle. Deuxième mouvement, je vais mettre mon nunchaku vers l'extérieur, je frappe 1, 2, 3, 4. Troisième mouvement, à l'intérieur. On va faire comme si on nagerait, on fait 1, on diminue l'action, 2, 3. Recommence, 1, 2, 3. Quatrième mouvement, on va aller en dessous du menton, on frappe, on va en arrière du triceps et on rattrape. Je prends le bout de mon nunchaku, je vais vers le bas, je vais relever 1, aller en dessous du menton. Donc, je vais recommencer les 4 techniques. La première, rapidement, 1, deuxième, 2, 3 et 4. Cinquième mouvement, le blocage. 1, bloc en haut, à 2 mains. 2, en bas. 3, côté. 4, côté. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dégagement. Prends le nunchaku, recule ta jambe gauche, dégage. Le côté, recule ta jambe droite, dégage. Blocage à une main. Dégage en haut. Suive le long de ton avant-bras. Balaye en bas. Intérieur. Extérieur. Toujours avec la portion du nunchaku. Frapper en piqué. Revenir et frapper au niveau du visage. Blocage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nunchaku waza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Prochaine technique, position samouraï. Je suis ici 1, je prends mon nunchaku sur le côté ici, je vais juste le passer par-dessus ma main, 1, et faire abstraction sur le côté de mon corps. Donc je recommence le mouvement, je suis ici 1, comme vous voyez, je vais passer le nunchaku sur le dessus de ma main sans lâcher mon nunchaku. Là, hop, je fais la jonction et je vais rattraper. Donc comme vous voyez, je vais juste le passer par-dessus ma main. C'est important, la corde ou la chaîne passe par-dessus de la main. Prochaine technique, John Wayne. On est ici, on fait 1, on va passer le nunchaku par-dessus la main, mais en passant par le haut. Donc, je suis ici 1, comme vous voyez, je vais juste passer mon nunchaku par-dessus la main et je vais rattraper avec l'autre côté du bâton. Donc, je suis ici 1, je balance, hop, et je rattrape. Encore, je suis en position John Wayne, 1, je rattrape. Prochaine technique, on va tourner le nunchaku vers le bas comme ceci. Ensuite, on va faire la jonction en montant vers le haut. Hop! Et on va faire alterner de haut et en bas. Donc, on va faire 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Comme vous voyez, c'est vraiment le poignet qui va tourner et mon pouce va donner l'option vers le haut, le pouce vers le bas, le pouce vers le haut. Maintenant, on va faire l'enchaînement global. 1, on part en position samouraï. On dégaine. 2, on revient avec John Wayne. 3, vers le bas, vers le haut. Côté, côté, arrière. Et bien important de passer notre main vers l'avant ici pour faire la bretelle. Encore. On est ici 1, position samouraï. 1, John Wayne. 2, en bas, en haut. Côté, côté, arrière et bretelle. Rapide. Maintenant, 2 nunchaku. On prend les 2 nunchaku. C'est bien important quand vous tenez votre nunchaku, tenez-le près de la garde. On va prendre nos 2 nunchaku, on va tourner nos nunchaku de chaque côté. On va se mettre en position keberachi, position large. On va aller vers l'intérieur de la cuisse. On va faire 1. Bien important, jamais que votre nunchaku doit vous frapper. Okay? Il faut vraiment que ce soit le nunchaku soit à l'intérieur de votre cuisse ici pour que ce soit le bout de bâton. Si jamais cette portion-là doit vous frapper tout le temps, faire abstraction avec cette position-là ici, de cette portion-là du nunchaku. Donc je tourne, je m'en vais en avant de la cuisse, en arrière de la cuisse, côté, côté, arrière. Et ensuite je rattrape. On commence, on tourne notre nunchaku. On va aller à l'intérieur de la cuisse. 1, extérieur 2, côté, côté, arrière. Et ensuite on va le rattraper. Donc, je tourne. On va à l'avant, à l'arrière, côté, côté, arrière, et on rattrape. Rapide, on tourne, on y va. Ah. Prochaine technique. À deux nunchaku, on relâche, on va faire côté, côté, arrière. On reste ici, on va faire côté, côté, arrière. On revient, côté, côté, arrière. Encore. Main droite, côté, côté, arrière. Main gauche, côté, côté, arrière. Côté, côté, arrière. Côté, côté, arrière. Ensuite, on va essayer de l'intégrer à l'intérieur de notre mouvement. Donc, quand je vais aller sur le côté avec ma main droite, côté, là, c'est là que quand je vais remonter vers le haut, je vais partir dans la main gauche. Côté, côté, arrière. Côté, côté, arrière. Côté, côté, arrière. À chaque fois que je vais aller mettre mon nunchaku en arrière, là, on va aller sur le côté du corps. Donc, si on va un petit peu plus rapide, à chaque fois que vous voyez que je mets mon nunchaku en arrière, mon autre va aller sur le côté du corps. Donc, je vais plus vite. À votre tour. Le secret pour les nunchaku, c'est la pratique. Vous allez l'échapper, vous allez vous frapper, pas de problème, il faut juste recommencer, persévérer, vous allez réussir. Sur ce, à la prochaine.
Welcome to this video, and my name is Mike Wall. I'm from Phoenix Martial Arts Academy in Sweden, and this is my partner.
My name is Urban, and I'm trained from Mike for many years.
What we should try to do on this video, we should try to give you some ideas, some input about how our system works, give you some ideas of how to do some warm-up exercise in maybe different ways, and also try to explain how our system works when it comes to self-defense, and when it comes to physical training, and when it comes to competition. When it comes to warm-up exercise, I want every dojo owner and instructors to try to be creative and find their own balance between craziness and function. Here we have put out 4 different exercises. We have sit out, squat, sit up, and push up. And with a deck of cards, we have already decided if you take up a heart, for example, you should do the push-ups. We're going to show you how it's going to work. We do it 2 by 2, and it's a little bit competition-like. So, Urban, it's your turn. Sit out, 3 of them. And I take the other one. It's squat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Urban, you're next. It's hard. Push-ups. 7 of them. And I should do 3 sit-up. 1, 2, 3, And then you continue until your deck of cards is empty. Okay, guys, we're going to show you an innovative way to do push-ups. Push-ups you can do in different variation. For example, you can go for the regular normal stance, which is like this. You can do the diamonds, which is put together, or you can do the wide stance, which is here. When we go for the push-up clock, we do the normal stance. So what I want Urban to do, we place, this is a drawing of the push-up clock that you can do in your house or in your dojo. We place it like this. I want you to put your hands with the figure 9 and figure 3. And then you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 exercise. Okay, we take another one. It's 11, 5. Your left hand at 11 and the other one at 5. You do some extra chest training with this one, which is excellent. We're going to show you another one. It's 7, 1. So left, right, it's the opposite side from 11, 5. And even here you can also have a deck of cards where you put out, and maybe if you should do between 1 and 14, or you just decide to do 3 as we did now. Okay guys, I'm going to show you some variation of push-ups exercise where we use a medicine ball now. We can go the regular stance like this. You can take one ball, go deeper, or with one hand. You can also do the variation with two balls. You go down, you go down, you go down, go down. We're going to show you the techniques 2 times, one with full speed and one in slow motion. Strangulation from the front. So if you would like to see us again, and if you would like to read more about our style of Jiu-Jitsu, you can read more at our homepage, phoenixkampsport.se. And with that, we'd like to thank you so much for joining, and hope you have a good time, and looking forward to see you again. Thank you so much.
From Jiu-Jitsu Norway. I've also been a World Kobudo Federation teacher for the last 30 years. I will try to explain something of the concept of our system, our way of thinking self-defense. And I will introduce my friend, Renchi John Kenneth Svensson. In this session, I'm going to talk about distance in self-defense and sense of distance, and the importance of knowing when am I safe, when am I in a dangerous situation. So in our system we have talked about 4 different zones. When we are in zone 4, we are relatively safe, and I might keep my guard down like this, communicate and talk. If it's getting closer, it's more obvious that I'm in a threatening situation. I have to make myself ready, be prepared. Here I am able to either escape from the situation, or if the attacker is coming to get me, I can keep this distance. That's what I prefer to do. The closer he's coming, the more important my guard is, and the closer I have to keep it, like this, in this, what I call the zone 2. If he's very close to me, in zone 1 or in fighting, I have to keep my guard very close. But it also gives me the multiple jiu-jitsu choices and options. Okay, like grabbing his head. I can kick him. I can throw him. So when we, for instance, are in a more obvious threat and zone 2 situation, it might be attack like hooks, and we are able to block them right away, and then boom, go. But now I'm gonna show you a technique where we start on a longer distance, and he's attacking me with a punch combination, and I keep the distance and move back, and I answer him with the same combination like this, boom, boom. I follow up with knee, I grab him, another knee, I do a koshiguruma. Next situation, we are in a close situation, zone 2, maybe I have my guard, and he's coming through the guard, and he's grabbing a bear hug. And for me, a bear hug is not one situation, it's not one static attack, it's a situation with multiple choices for the attacker and for me. From this situation, he's able to punch, he's able to grab. He's of course able to take me down like this. So it's very important for me to keep my balance like this and move. And if it's pushed, I can choose to respond on that. But my takedown, my choice of takedown, always depending on his behavior. He's getting down, he's trying to punch or grab, and I can choose a sutumi technique. Normally it's not my first priority to get on the ground, but if necessary, this is a very nice option.
I come from Austria. Enjoy the class.
Hi everyone, welcome to World Kobudo Online. My name is Yannick Dems. I'm from Belgium. I'm a 6th-degree black belt in Kioi Jiu-Jitsu, and today we will show you a few techniques together with my ukes, Nikia and Yoram. Have fun! So, straight punch, so we go back. In our first movement we block, push down, and control with the left hand. So go 1, 2, and hit. So when we hit, we move forward. 1, control, hit, and grab. So we turn the hand at the same time, we kick, we turn in, and hit again. Then we pull the arm towards us, go over to the arm lock, and we step in and control the arm. We'll go like 1, 2, go in, grab the arm, kick, come closer, hit again, pull the arm back, we do Nikio, then we turn to the other one, step in. So in this position we're going to push with the knee. Push with the knee outside, so we will fall, we pull the arm, so we control, go down, and lock. Last time, 1, 2, 3, kick, in, back, down, step. So we go slide over the knee, put the hand in your arm, and turn the arm towards you. So, push, double push. Okay. So up, go in, round, and push into the throat. So, if you see the arms, go around the arms, both of your fingers go inside the throat. Then we give headbutt, 1, knee, round, headbutt, knee. Now, we cross the arms, push the arm towards him, we step in, still controlling the arms, pushing with our body, grabbing the legs, pulling him to the side. Now we go up, hit the knee, grab the foot, kick the head, step back, and control. One more time. Round, in, head, knee, switch, close distance, pull the legs, up, onto the knee, kick, and back. So, go to the side, blocking hand, cross under, take the arm in the movement. Extend the arm and push forward. Block, take it with you, extend, push, follow up with the kick, and hit. Once more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, grab the hand again, turn the arm, step in, shoulder to shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder. Now go and sit on the knee, bring the arm down, put your foot against the shoulder, turn the arm and extend. One more time from the top. 1, 2, 3.
I'm from Austria and enjoy the gas.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the 2020 World Kobudo Federation Virtual World Convention. I'm really very excited and I'm proud to have been invited to this. I know that we can't see each other. I can't see you. I'm sure that you see me. I'm hoping that you see me. There's a lot of great instructors here. Please open your mind, ask questions. We're here to help. All right, so let's start it out. A couple of exercises, nice, easy, and slow. I'm going to introduce you to one of my partners, Arlen, who's going to come in and help me out. A few different exercises, pretty easy. The exercise here requires a good execution of a punch, a good execution of the defensive movement, and you'll notice that the same muscular structures is happening at the same time. So he's firing a jab, I'm firing across. A jab, across, a jab, across. Now what I'm talking about is here, from here, he's slipping, turning his body a little bit. I'm firing across, I'm turning my body a little bit as well. So the same muscle structure is happening if you're doing defense or if you're punching, all right? So from here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now we're gonna change roles. We're gonna fire a jab and cross. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Pretty easy exercise. We're gonna add some punches to this, okay? What I'd like for you guys to notice that there's a little bit of displacement when we're doing the defensive against a hook punch, either right or left. So I'm going to fire a jab and a cross. He's going to step out to the right and he's going to step back to the left. Just a little bit, small little punches, okay? From here, 1, 2, step out, step out. Again, 1, 2, step out. Now your turn. 1, 2, step, step. 1, 2, step, step. I'm going to do the same thing. 1, 2, step, fire the uppercut, and underneath, and fire the uppercut to the body. Okay, so we'll do it nice and easy and smooth. 1, 2, step, punch, punch. My turn. 1, 2, step, punch. Are you all right? Ow, goodness. All right. Okay, so pretty easy exercise. All right. 1, 2, step and punch. Step and punch. Excellent. Not a difficult exercise at all. Okay, I'd like for you guys to follow me into the ring and we'll do a couple of exercises there. Welcome into my office. We're going to show you a couple of little bit techniques to move around in the ropes, against the ropes, when you're facing the ropes, when your back is against the ropes, and how to spin people around on this one. So Arlen's going to start moving around a little bit. So wherever he goes, I step in front of him. Doesn't matter where he goes, I step in front of him. That way, when he stops moving, I'm ready to strike. Okay, I've made my position known to him. When he moves to the left or to the right, go ahead, move to the left or to the right, I'm here. When he stops, I'm ready to strike. All right? So, pretty easy. Now, to negotiate the corner, something a little bit tricky. All right, now notice that my rear foot stays where it is, and I pivot my body towards my opponent. He goes left or right. I take one step, I'm there. Take one step, I'm there. Excellent. Now he's going to spin me around. Pretty easy technique. You have to be aware, you have to do it reasonably fast. Okay, from here, let's go to the corner, Arlen. And I plant, and he set the hook by going on one side, and like I said before, I planted my rear foot. He committed that way. I committed too fast. I went forward, spin me around. All right? Now, this is not necessarily a position of disadvantage. Okay, if you know how to work the ropes, if you know how to work the corners and the ropes and the center, you'll be fine. Okay, something I'd like for you guys to pay attention to from here. There has to be a point of reference. If I'm against the ropes here and my partner fires a hook punch or a roundhouse kick and I back myself, I'm going to slingshot myself right into that cross. What I'd like for you to do is to be aware of my rear foot. Notice that my leg is touching the rope, but my shoulders are not. So I have a lot of give here. He's going to fire a hook punch. I can go back. And he's noticing that I'm firing that hook punch, I'm going back. He's going to take a step forward and try to hit me. I'm going to work with those ropes. From here, boom, he's going to walk right into that front kick. So make sure that that rear foot is there. You have a little bit of give here. Once you get into the ropes, you're able to lean back and short front kick. And that's it. All right?
All right, so our next segment, I'd like to run Arlen through an uppercut. I've been asked these questions many times, and so we'll run them through for you. All right? So from here, make sure that you understand the punch. Every punch, except for the jab, every punch starts from the floor. Arlen's going to pivot on that rear foot, engage the hip, engage your shoulders, finish with your elbow at the point of impact. Okay, so if you finish your punch on impact and you don't follow through, you don't have a good punch. So he's going to follow through a little bit, keep that 90 degree, the elbow at point of impact. Fire away, young man. Perfect. Ay. Perfect. Now notice the left hand where it is. From here, that left hook set itself up naturally. Let it go. After the uppercut. That's it. Notice the feet, rear foot with the uppercut, lead foot with the hook punch. Again. That's it. Now that cross is just begging for some business. From here we have uppercut, hook, and cross. Perfect again. Give me some real speed now. Attaboy. Perfect. That is the way to throw a combination punch. Segment. I think it's an important one. It's going to be helpful. You can either have an offensive sort of mindset or defensive sort of mindset. What I'm going to do is fire a punch and kick combination. Arlen was going to mimic the defensive movements. So he's also practicing. He's not just looking there, looking at me perform. He's also going to be doing something. In return, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to fire a jab and cross, and I will mimic. Once that is done, we're going to step off the mat, or step off the bag, I should say, and we'll do it against each other. Now, when you're doing it against each other, make sure that you have some equipment. These are not new exercises by no means, but obviously it gets as close as possible to sparring as is possible. All right, so here we go. Jab, cross, uppercut, now, jab, cross, uppercut, jab, cross, uppercut. Same thing. Jab, cross, uppercut. And we step off, and we are normally suited up with some good equipment. Jab, cross, uppercut, roundhouse kick, long blocks. Jab, cross, uppercut, round kick, jab, cross, uppercut, round kick, and jab, cross, uppercut, round kick. Perfect. Excellent. Very good. Good work. So that's the segment that I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the organizers, Hanshi Terrien, Hanshi Sayi, and all the people, all the team in Vienna. Thank you so much for inviting me. People, there's a great bunch of instructors that are here for you. Open your mind, listen. Most of these people have been doing martial arts for all of their life, and they're happy to share with you. So enjoy the rest of the time, the convention here in Vienna, and then we'll see you again soon. Thank you, Arlen. Thank you.
Today, we're going to do a series of exercises for you all for the virtual convention that will hopefully make you a stronger, faster, more agile martial artist. This will help your punches, your kicks, your throws, everything. First off, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with some squat hops. We're going to try and extend our arms back in a 3/4 squat, explode up. We're going to do 10 of those. Nice soft landings. Use the legs to land nice and soft. After our squat hops, we're going to get right into some air squats. We're going to try and work on a little bit of speed too. Chamber the arms back and then come forward as we're squatting down. Okay, next what we're going to do is we're going to do a single leg Romanian deadlift. Very, very good for our balance. Helps our knees, our ankles, and our core. We're going to get on one leg. We're going to hinge our hip back and we're going to reach our arm down towards our toe. And we're going to bend at the knee as well, keeping our back nice and straight. Single leg Romanian. The next what we're going to do is we're going to do some nice speed lunges. So we're going to take a step forward and we're going to bend our back knee at a 90 degrees. We're going to try and keep our shoulders upright. All the load is going to be placed on the front leg that's going forward. Speed lunges, nice straight 90-degree lines. That's our next exercise. Okay. Next what we're going to have is we've got another really good exercise for your joints, for your core, also for stability. It's a single leg skater squat. So we're going to bend our knee to 90 degrees and we're going to do a squat until our toe touches the ground. Trying to keep that other knee at that 90 degrees. Very, very good for our core, very good for our legs, very good for stability. The single leg skater squat. Last thing what we have is a nice skater hop, which is really, really good for explosiveness. Excellent for every martial artist. Really good on stability, works the core, works our knees, works our ankles. We're going to start off on one foot and we're going to chamber and explode over to this side using one leg only, landing nice and soft. We want to keep our back nice and straight. We want to keep our shoulders up. The skater hop. Next, we've got some single leg hip ups, an excellent glute and hamstring exercise. What we're going to do is we're going to lie on our back and put our arms by our side, dig our heel in, bring one leg up, and we're going to hip up and squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstring. We're going to do 10 on each side. Very, very good exercise for your glutes and your hamstrings, which are necessary for your kicks and your agility, your speed, your explosiveness. I want to thank the organizers of the World Kobudo Virtual Convention. Very honored to be a part of such a great group of instructors from around the world. I hope you enjoyed our session, and I hope you will enjoy the many different sessions from all the different instructors. Some great ones out there. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
as 1 and 2. And now next week we have our last episode, and we're keeping a lot of great surprises, so don't miss it. But please let your friends know they can sign in anytime and register, and they'll have access to episode 1, 2, 3, and 4 until the end of December. So please go home, practice, enjoy these. We're coming back to the dojos very soon.